here he comes right behind us, starts shooting. And he kept on shooting.
And we're still working to learn more about the suspect, who authorities believe took his own life after that deadly rampage in the store.
WREG Symone Woolridge is live outside the Kroger in Collierville at this hour, waiting on a press conference in just a few minutes. Symone.
Mary Beth, there are two things I want to share with you very quickly. First, I want to give you a look at what's going on here. Second, I want to introduce you to the Kroger employee who was actually on lunch break and then came back to the chaos yesterday afternoon. So let's start with the first one. I want to show you what's going on right now. We just had to move because the press conference is being set up right now. They just put the podium out. You can see all of the news crews here working to set up as police are supposed to begin that press conference at 10 o'clock this morning. In this press conference, we are hoping to learn more about what exactly transpired. We are hoping to learn more about this gunman. We know that sources have confirmed that the gunman was asked to leave the store yesterday. The employees tell us that the man was actually fired. That piece of information has not yet been confirmed by authorities, but we are hoping to have that information confirmed by authorities this morning once that press conference begins at 10 a.m. Again, I mentioned that employee, that Kroger employee yesterday who was on lunch break. She actually received a call from a family member telling her about what happened. She had left about 30 to 45 minutes prior because her mom called her asking for some food. She said otherwise she would have been inside tagging some of those items inside, and she would have been in here as all of that was happening. I want you to take a listen to her and hear what she had to say.
I was trying to make sure my coworkers was okay, and then the people that shop, because this store is very busy in the day, so it could have been a lot of people in here at that time. It was a lot of people here when I went to lunch. So, it's always a lot of people in this store. So.
Have you thought about if you were inside?
Yeah, I thought about it. My husband thought about it. He actually called me and told me what was going on because my uncle called him before I can even get on the lot to figure out what was going on. He called just to hear my voice.
Yeah, just to hear her voice. It really does give you chills just to hear some of these stories, just to think about some of these people maybe going inside just for a quick run, just to pick up a quick item. Some of the employees, of course, working here every single day, just doing their jobs. Alex, Mary Beth, crime tape. This is what you will see all around this area in front of the Kroger in Collierville. Again, another look at what we are setting up right now. So we're getting ready in just the next couple of minutes, setting up for this press conference here. It begins again at 10 o'clock this morning, where we are hoping to learn all of the answers to the questions that we have about this suspect, the gunman, and about why this all happened.
WREG's Symone Woolridge, who is live on the scene. And Symone, what was your take of the news conference? What really stood out to you?
Well, Alex, first I want to get to the name of the suspect because we literally just got that information confirmed right now. So as far as what we know, this is from police. We know the police chief didn't want to mention this in the press conference. He said he didn't want to give him any acknowledgement. He wanted to focus on the victims in this case. So we know that the name of this suspect right now is UK Thang. Now, we're not sure of the pronunciation. We're going to have to get that checked out, but it's UK space last name THANG. His date of birth 10/17/91. So that information literally just coming into our newsroom. I just grabbed that from the chief there. But my take from the press conference, again, as we have been feeling since yesterday when this happened around 1:30, when police got that call, that distraught call that something was going on here, that someone was firing those shots. People have been saddened. People really have been heartbroken in this town of Collierville. You know, Alex, Mary Beth, I spoke with the mayor this morning. He teared up as he was speaking with me about this. Again, I spoke with the chief this morning also before this press conference. Prior to this happening, I asked if he can share what these moments have been like for the police department over the last several hours. And he said the same thing. It has been very somber, but they have been working tirelessly to get some answers in this case. A lot of those answers, of course, still not confirmed just yet, or he's just not sharing those answers just yet, as this is still very early in this investigation. We're not even at 24 hours so far. But as that press conference just went on, I just took some notes here, and I'm sure Alex, Mary Beth, you guys showed this on air. But just to confirm, just in case our viewers missed it, 15 is the number of people shot. 10 of those are employees, 5 our customers. I spoke with a customer this morning. She talked about being on her lunch break and showing up to the crime scene here. Another one who didn't want to speak with me on camera, he talked about those frightening moments when he was literally sitting inside of a cooler hoping that everything will be okay. So that is exactly what we heard from the police chief here. He talked about those few minutes. The police response was very quick, but he talked about those few minutes where literally people were hiding in front of groceries. So if you want to put just that into perspective, the fact that any of us could have been inside of this store shopping, or maybe even just walked in for a moment, or just those employees who were there. So, Alex, Mary Beth, again, not sure what you all had a chance to share just right after this press conference, but did want to share this. All of those people are in stable condition. The chief said that they did not lose anyone overnight. That is the blessing, but he did say there are people that are battling this morning. There will be a press conference this morning that begins, I believe, at 11 o'clock. Of course, we'll share that information with you on any updates there. But the big question that a lot of people had was, who is this shooter? Why would he do something like this? Now, again, that I just shared that name with you, but the police chief is not yet sharing a motive just yet. He's still, of course, doing some investigating. We know that police were at his home this morning. He also had some people in for questioning, but he said that they were being very transparent in some of that information. So, Alex, Mary Beth, this has really been a very sombering moment, just to think about the amount of people who could have been in here at that time, and that's what I spoke to the employee about. She talked about the amount of people who are normally in here at any given time of the day. So, again, that's the latest from the Collierville Kroger here this morning.
All right, thank you so much, Symone. And investigators with the FBI did serve a subpoena at the apartment and take some electronics, so that will certainly help identify a possible motive.